Cool shoes. My brother would love those.
Ooh, I don't share my sources.
Well, I just found them using Circle to search with Google on my new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6.
What?
And I texted them to my brother on the other side of this massive screen.
Where did you get that phone?
Lucky for you, I don't gatekeep my sources. Tell them.
Get your own Galaxy Z Fold 6 now at Samsung.com. Requires internet connection. Results may vary by uniqueness, clarity, and framing of circled image and related factors.
This episode is brought to you by PNC Bank, who believes some things in life should be boring, like banking, because boring is steady, pragmatic, responsible. You don't want your bank to be cool or sexy. Sexy is for red carpets, not banks. That's why PNC Bank strives to be boring with your money, so you can be happily fulfilled with your life. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Brilliantly boring since 1865 is a service mark of the PNC Financial Services Group, Inc., PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Hi, friends. The episode that you're about to hear was made possible by the generous members of Club 86. Joining Club 86 is the best way to support Desert Skies and a great way to access some really cool benefits, like ad-free episodes, exclusive episodes, the Game Night mini-series, and even early access to episodes before they go live. Not to mention much, much more. I don't want to bore you with everything. So to join, just go to patreon.com/Desert Skies or click the link in the show notes below. Enjoy Chapter 14. For the best listening experience, headphones are recommended. Oh God, oh God, oh God.
Woohoo! Yeah, let's go!
Hey, sorry about that. Flying over the 8th sphere always gives a bit of a bump to the keister. Make sure you're buckled in. I'd hate to hear you going bumping around pinball style inside the fuselage. No siree, not a good time.
You heard him.
I'm not wearing my seatbelt, man. This is way too fun.
I'm glad you're having fun, Mac, really, but you're going to bounce into me, and that would not be fun for either of us.
Understood.
Thanks.
How you feeling about flying?
Well, I still can't bring myself to look out the window, and every time the engine makes a sound, I assume a propeller is flying off, and the turbulence is making me regret eating those nachos before we took off. Aside from that, I'm doing better than I expected.
Good. You're doing great.
We're no longer at risk of severe turbulence, so you can take off those seatbelts and move about the cabin as you wish.
Sounds like we left the 8th sphere. I'm going to the cockpit. You want to come?
No thanks. I'm gonna stay here and try to stabilize.
You do that, bud. Howdy. How's it going in here?
I don't know. What do you think there, Cash? How's it going?
It's going great. It's been so long since I've gotten to learn the ins and outs of new machinery.
She's a fantastic student. Reminds me of Betty.
Speaking of, where'd she go?
Oh yeah, you really want to hear about that? She's at a demolition derby on the physical plane.
A demolition derby?
That's when people driving junk cars wreck into each other on purpose. Last car run-in wins.
That sounds absolutely kick-ass and amazing. And I'm gonna try it when we get back. What's the story? Did you and Betty like to watch those when you were back on the physical plane?
Oh, sure. We loved watching them. Super dangerous, though.
Are you sad that Betty's watching them without you?
She's not watching them. She's driving in one.
Holy crap. Can you die doing that?
Oh, sure, but I mean, that almost never happens. Drivers gotta wear helmets and can't run into other cars' driver door. You gotta wear a seatbelt, but Betty's not really wearing a seatbelt. She stitched a shirt that looks like it's got a shoulder strap across it, and her helmet is made out of, and I kid you not, paper mache. I mean, points for creativity.
Betty with a death wish.
Hey, that could be a band name.
That could be a band name.
Cash, pop quiz. Name 5 of the instruments here in the cockpit.
Airspeed indicator, rheostat, turn blank indicator, primer, instrument panel, light, altimeter, control column, mixture control, tension adjustment.
Okay, you pass.
Can I fly it now?
Maybe we save the test flight for when we don't have passengers, okay?
Okay.
I'm headed back to the cabin.
All right. I'll let you know when we're beginning our descent.
Sounds good. Hey, bud.
How are things in the cockpit?
Great. Greg's teaching Cash how to fly. She's picking up quick, 10. Like, I think she's already got it.
That's cool. You didn't notice anything out of the ordinary? Plane's okay? Everything's working?
Yep, everything's good. You sure you don't want the tape player? Cash made you that relaxing mixtape with all your favorite chill songs. And I brought some headphones for you.
Maybe on the way back. For now, I need to listen to the engines to make sure they keep working.
Danny, if they stop working, you can't do anything about it.
Just the same. Thanks, Mac. Why don't you use them instead?
Don't mind if I do. Deep breaths. We'll be there soon.
Enjoy the music.
Thanks, bud. I will. What?
I didn't look at the tires when we took off. Did they look like they were full? Like completely aired up to the right amount of pressure?
Oh, yeah. I looked. They looked real good.
Oh, okay. Sorry to bother you. Thanks, Mac.
Anytime, bud.
Alright, everybody, we're beginning to descend into the 18th sphere. Take a look out the window. It's a gorgeous sight. Very reminiscent of landing at night back on the physical plane.
Mac.
What?
We're about to land.
Wow, that is pretty. I've never seen so many lights. Look, Tind, they even got streets and street lamps. It's like a gigantic neighborhood. And what in the sphere is that building? Look, Tindy.
I'll wait until I can see it horizontally.
Suit yourself. Don't clap, man.
Why?
It makes you look like a dork.
Really?
Congrats on taking your first flight, Tindy. You did great. I'll get that door open for you. And give me a moment to put this step down.
I'm so excited, man. Thanks for letting us go, Tindy. I know this trip was meant to be more business than pleasure, but...
But there's no reason it can't be a little of both.
Exactly.
All right, all ready for you to depart the cabin.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Oh, thank you for getting us here safely, Greg.
I told you I'd know how to fly, Dandy. You wouldn't believe the storm that brought me down back on the physical plane. No way I could have avoided that.
What in the world is that building? It must take up half the sphere.
Oh, I was so hoping you'd get to see this place soon, Mac. Read the sign.
The Dougville Mall. A place for the places you love. It's a mall?
Wait until you get inside. You're going to love it.
But before we go inside, I think we need to take a moment to talk about... Mac? Mac, wait. Where are you going?
It's not my fault, Tindy. You know I don't have impulse control. I can't even control my body right now. It's making me go into the mall. I smell pretzels, Tindy. I smell cinnamon buns.
Hey, Mac? Where'd you go?
In here, guys.
KB Toys.
Look at this, Tindy. It's called a Magnadoodle.
A Magna what?
A Magnadoodle. I doodle a picture like this.
Is that supposed to be a dog?
A dog? That's kind of insulting.
It's Way.
Ding, ding, ding. Good job, Cash. Now check this out. I slide this thing here. Boom. Erased. What else can I draw? Oh, I know. Check this out, Tindy. Recognize this guy?
Let's see. Big nose, gap in the teeth, slicked back hair. Oh, I know this one. It's Cody Murphy, the guy who tried to bite me when I told him he was dead.
Yeah, I had to lay him out.
I still get a little tense in the shoulders when I think about that guy.
I know, but check this out. Slide this over.
Okay.
He's gone.
Look at that.
So long, Cody. That's really cool, Mac.
Can we get one?
We don't have any money.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You don't need any money.
Hi, KB Toy Store Doug.
Hi, Cash.
You surprised us. It's good to see you again, Doug. Last time wasn't the best of circumstances.
More like nice to meet you. Doug doesn't know who the heck you are.
Oh?
Tendy, this isn't the Doug that was with Xochitlicue during the assault on the station.
Oh no, not this Doug. Doug's schedule, not to mention value system, would never allow it. Anyways, the Magnadoodle is... Sorry, name?
Oh, I'm Tendy. This is Mac. We're the attendants of Desert Skies. And this is our friend Greg. You seem to already know Cash.
Indeed, Doug does. The Magnadoodle is Tendy and Max. Doug hopes you enjoy it. Now, may Doug interest you in one of these bad boys?
Talk boy? What's it do?
Allow Doug to show you. I simply press the record button and speak into the microphone, like so. Credit card? You got it. And then Doug simply rewinds it and slides this here to play the recording back at a slower speed.
That's amazing. What's with the whole credit card you got it thing?
It's a quote from Doug's favorite Christmas movie, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which is currently playing at the Dougie Mark Theater, along with 4,516 other films.
4,516. Hey, you don't happen to have Strange Brew playing, do you?
Sure do. It's a Canadian masterpiece.
All right, fellas. Look, whatever's going on here, I think it's probably a job meant for you three and not for me. Doug, which way's the theater?
Just head that way and go past the food court. You can't miss it.
Greg, what about when it's time to leave? How can we find you?
Let's see here. Hey, Doug, you got any of those walkie-talkies?
Only the best of the best. Give Doug just a moment. I'll be right back.
I really want to go to the food court, guys. Can we please go to the food court?
I'm sure at some point, Mac, but remember, we're here because the Sphere of Doug needs our help.
All right. I almost forgot.
Okay. Here you go. Arco Captain Power Walkie-Talkies, produced by Mattel. Got enough for each of you. Now, should Tandy, Mac, Cash, and Greg need to talk, you just hold down this button and talk. Here's some extra 9-volt batteries, should you need them.
Thanks, Doug. Can you tell us what's happening? We got a call from some of you saying that the Sphere of Doug is in trouble, that you needed our help.
The Sphere of Doug is in trouble, and Dougs do need your help.
Right, but what's going on?
Attention all mall shoppers and my beautiful fellow Dougs. This is Bath and Body Works Doug speaking. In light of this remarkably somber situation we have found ourselves in, all mall operations are ceasing indefinitely. Shoppers, please make all your final selections and leave the mall in short order. Dougs, please close your stores and gather in the mall atrium.
The mall's closing?
At least he didn't say anything about the food court.
One more thing. This also applies to all food service and theater Dougs.
No!
Don't worry. Once the attendants have helped the Sphere of Doug's sure that we'll resume operations. Mac really must try one of our hot dogs on a stick.
Okay. Probably for the best. Come on, guys. Let's go see what we can do to help.
Cool shoes. My brother would love those.
Ooh, I don't share my sources.
Well, I just found them using Circle to Search with Google on my new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6.
What?
And I texted them to my brother on the other side of this massive screen.
Where did you get that phone?
Lucky for you, I don't gatekeep my sources. Tell them.
Get your own Galaxy Z Fold 6 now at Samsung.com. Requires internet connection. Results may vary by uniqueness, clarity, and framing of circled image and related factors.
This episode is brought to you by ServiceNow, the AI platform for business transformation. AI is only as powerful as the platform it's built into. Enter ServiceNow. It puts AI to work for people, for employees, for developers, and even your customers, removing frustration and supercharging productivity. On our intelligent platform, AI isn't just a promise. It's happening today. That's why the world works with ServiceNow. To learn more, visit servicenow.com/AI for people.
How are things going at Perfumania, Doug? Oh, just fine. KB Toy Store's Doug. Just fine. Doug's a huge fan of White Diamond perfume, as you know. Same, Doug. Same. What about Borders Bookstore? How's that going, Borders Bookstore, Doug? Oh, real good. We just got the new Michael Jackson. Doug loves Michael Jackson. Feels weird closing his store. Doug really wanted to get some Jamba Juice. Know what's going on? They got the fountain working again. Doug loves this place. Doug hopes we can get this problem fixed. What's gonna happen if Doug never comes back? Hello, Dougs. It is I, Bath and Body Works Doug. Let's take a moment to show some appreciation for piano playing, Doug. Truly soul-soothing stuff, Doug. Truly helpful, melodic, relaxation-inducing stuff that is so needed in these dark days. Well done, Absolute treasure, piano, Doug. I need to learn how to play. Where can a Doug get lessons? Doug's! Word is spread throughout the sphere, so Doug's sure that what he's about to say will come as no surprise. Doug is missing! What? This is the first time Dumpster Doug's hearing about this. I'm sorry, Dumpster Doug. To be fair, you were probably in the dumpster. Dumpster Doug's just trying to make sure everyone's recycling. And we thank you, Dumpster Doug. As I was saying, our beloved Doug is missing. At first, there was no reason to be alarmed. Sometimes Doug likes to mini-golf alone, but we checked there. No Doug. Sometimes Doug watches the movie Honeysuckle Rose by himself. That's a terrible movie. Yeah, well, nobody asked Sharper Image, Doug. That's the best movie of all time, and all we Dougs love it. So keep your opinion to yourself, kindly. Love your store, by the way. Anyways, Doug wasn't there. We checked everywhere. Now, Doug knows we all love Doug, and we have to do something to find him. I would ask that all Dougs begin their search of the sphere of Doug. Surely, if enough of us devote our time to looking, we'll get the job done. Radio Shack Doug? Here, we need flashlights and lots of batteries. On it! Old-timey general store Doug? Yes, a ration of hardtack for each Doug. Okay, now, a few more things I want to mention. So, listen to Doug. First, check your storerooms.
I'm not trying to be rude, but why did they call us out here just to look for a Doug? There has to be hundreds, maybe thousands of them. I'm sure the Dougs can find him on their own.
I'm gonna ask. Hey, Doug.
Doug, sorry, traveler, but this is Doug-only business. Sphere's closed. Please return to your Buick Skylark and continue on your journey to the afterlife.
We're not travelers. We're the attendants. You called us.
Bath and Body Works, Doug, did no such thing. No, you didn't. I did. 1987 KB Toy Store, Doug? But why? The prime mover told us to only call the attendants when absolutely necessary. This could have been handled in-house. No, it couldn't. Some of us have been paying attention to Doug's behavior for a while now. Something's wrong. He never stops by Sbarro's for his pepperoni slice anymore. It's been ages since we've seen him for his regular viewing of Honeysuckle Rose. Something's wrong with Doug. Sure, we can all band together and find him, but if Doug's run away 'cause something's wrong, he's just gonna do it again. We gotta get to the heart of this, and if anybody's gonna figure out what's got Doug's gourd, it's the attendants. All they do is help people get to the heart of their problems. Travelers talk about them all the time.
They do?
Guys, no offense. What's so special about this missing Doug that you called us? I mean, I'm sure you're all special, don't get me wrong, but we got a job to do back at the station.
This isn't just any Doug. This is Sphere Mover Doug.
Sphere Mover Doug? He's missing?
Yeah, we looked everywhere. Understand, this is not good. Not good at all.
Look, I get that you care about the guy, and we'll help you find him, and I'm sure he's okay. But can't one of you just become the new sphere mover if, say, Doug has completely moved on from this place? Left the sphere? Maybe Doug didn't dig it.
But Doug did dig it, didn't he, Doug?
Did he, Doug?
Did Doug dig it, Doug? Of course Doug did dig it, Doug got it. Doug dug it.
So you're saying...
Mac, don't do it.
Okay.
Guys, Mac's right, isn't he? Can't another Doug just step up and take over? At least in the interim. Like, maybe you, Bath and Body Works, Doug?
Doug appreciates your vote of confidence, but I'm no sphere mover.
Why not?
Because I don't have the power of sphere mover, Doug. 1987 KB Toy Store's Doug, did you sing the song for him? No, I didn't have time. Well, let's get to it. Piano playing, Doug? To the keyboard, please. Okay. I am now Keyboard Doug. All right, you ready for this, Doug? Yeah, we're gonna kick it choir style. A whole ensemble. Welcome, friend, to the Sphere of Doug. To the Sphere of Doug. Let us tell you what we're all about. Look around, Doug, and tell me what you see. A Sun Coast video in KFC. Laser tag in a Bass Pro Shop. A Wawa's and Denny's. Oh, look, IHOP. Doug sees a tavern from colonial times. Doug sees a Kmart and a 5 and dime. Is it coming together? Do you understand? The Sphere of Doug's a happy memory land. The Sphere of Doug's a happy memory land. The Sphere of Doug's a happy memory land.
What?
Just wait, you'll see. When a traveler arrives on the Sphere of Doug, they dip into their memories to find what they love, to find their favorite person, find their favorite place that they love the most back in their physical days. And we let them spend a moment with their memories here. Then we send them on their way, and their person disappears. But the places that they loved will they stay behind and populate our Sphere for the rest of all time, so that everyone who visits can be full of good cheer. The Sphere of Doug is the sweetest of spheres. The Sphere of Doug is the sweetest of spheres.
Stop.
Seriously, we had like literally one more line to sing.
I'm sorry, I think we get the point. I mean, maybe. You're saying travelers who visit your sphere?
Travelers who visit the Sphere of Doug are granted 2 amazing gifts. Their favorite place, down to the final detail. Maybe it was a KB toy store from 1987. Maybe a KFC back when they still had buffets. Maybe it was the house they grew up in.
The giant neighborhood we saw.
Or it could be the tree where they got their first kiss. Or the stadium where they saw their favorite team play. Or the hipster theater where they went to midnight showings of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Every place they could ever want to return to. Stay out of the adult section.
Okay. How can your sphere hold all of this?
Don't know. Maybe it's growing. It's never been a problem. In addition to their favorite place, they also get their favorite person. The person they love the most. And that person spends a little time with them. And then they disappear when the traveler leaves the Sphere of Doug.
Are these people in their memories alive or dead?
Oh, both. It doesn't matter. They're not really here. They're more like a memory. Come to life. Here for a moment, gone the next.
This place is not what I was expecting. I had no idea.
We Dougs tend to keep our operations under wraps. After 17 spheres, it's a nice surprise for travelers. A little more than halfway to the next life, it gives them the boost they need to continue on their journey.
That's so sweet. Greg, have you?
Well, I let him do my favorite place one time. It was Mindy's, which was Betty and I's favorite bar.
And I'm assuming your favorite person?
Yeah, didn't need to conjure up her memory because she was already floating here with me. We stopped back at the bar a couple times since. Nice little spot, even if it's got a Doug behind the bar instead of a Mindy.
Well, I'd like to go sometime.
Attendance. Doug thinks maybe KB Toy Store Doug is right. If we even do find him, something's wrong with Sphere Mover Doug. Maybe you can help him. Maybe you can save our sphere from becoming just the sweetest of all the malls.
Attendants, I think we should split up. You and Mac can go together in case you find him, and can talk to him. Greg and I can go separately and radio you if we find him.
Good idea, Cash. You ready, Mac?
Sure am. Doug, if we can help your sphere mover, will the mall reopen? I kind of want to eat something from every single restaurant you have here.
You help our sphere mover, we'll serve it all up, buffet style. Big Macs, moons over my hammy, Dippin' Dots, the whole array.
Let's go help a sphere mover.
So this is the sphere of Doug.
I'm gonna be honest, man. The first time I saw that little guy and he said this was the sweetest of all the spheres, I thought maybe he meant it was like a candy store or something. Here we are walking through the ginormousest freaking suburb.
That's funny you say that. I was kind of imagining a place with mountains made of ice cream and maybe bridges forged from Kit Kats.
That would have been pretty sweet. Pun intended.
But it's so much more than that. It's better.
You're right, Tindy. It's a whole different kind of sweet. Pretty surprising from a sphere mover that acts more like a cartoon character than a human being.
Cartoon character? That's not cool.
Oh, hey, Doug. Sorry about that. We didn't know you were here.
Oh, it's fine. I'm Lasertag Doug, and Lasertag Doug knows we Dougs are a little cartoony. But our cartoonishness is not reflective of reality, as I'm sure you can attest to.
Oh, absolutely. That's what we were talking about. This place is truly remarkable. And not just that, the work you do here is probably the kindest imaginable. What you doing?
Oh, Doug came out to grab the evening paper and noticed the juniper bush was looking a little unkempt. And who, might I ask, are you?
We're the attendants from Desert Skies.
Is that right? Well, welcome. You're a little out of your jurisdiction, aren't you?
Maybe. I think the job responsibilities of an attendant are expanding.
Expanding?
Yeah, like attending to more than just the station. That's why we're here, actually. We're looking for sphere mover Doug.
Oh, I see.
Doug, I don't understand something. Maybe you can help me?
What's that?
This sphere. We're a little blown away by the work you do here. It seems like maybe the most loving thing you can do for travelers. All the Dougs working together to keep the mall operating, giving people the space to spend another moment with the people they love.
Doug agrees. I'm proud of the work we do here.
Then why did Sphere Mover Doug join forces with Xochitl to bring an end to the station?
You'd have to ask Sphere Mover Doug that. Why do the attendants think I'm out here pruning my juniper bushes instead of out there with the rest of the Dougs trying to find him?
'Cause you're lazy?
Lazy? I'm Laser Tag Doug, not Lazy Tag Doug. You ever tried to manage a laser tag arena, replacing all those black lights, refilling fog machines and recharging laser guns? It's exhausting, and I do it all the time.
Sorry for calling you lazy.
I'm not out there, 'cause Sphere Mover Doug forgot what the Sphere of Doug is all about. Joining that despicable crusade, stealing travelers and making an army, and...
And what?
Sphere Mover Doug hates us, the other Dougs.
What makes you say that?
Doug heard him say it. Heard him talking to Xochitl. I was refilling the fog machine in the laser tag arena when Sphere Mover Doug and Sphere Mover Xochitl came in to talk. They thought they were alone. She asked Doug to help her build an army. He didn't hesitate. He just agreed. I think she was surprised because she said she expected more pushback. That's when Doug said it. He said he was tired of us. Tired of the other Dougs. He wanted to steal travelers just so he wouldn't have to deal with us anymore. Lasertag Doug doesn't say this lightly. After the confrontation at the Desert Sphere, Sphere Mover Doug returned, deflated. We resumed operations, but Sphere Mover Doug was never the same. He stopped enjoying the things he'd enjoyed before, stopped hanging out at his favorite haunts, and you know what? Lasertag Doug could care less. Let that traitor go. Good riddance.
But what about his powers? How are people's favorite people and places going to keep showing up if Sphere Mover Doug isn't around to make it happen?
That is unfortunate. Doug agrees. But Sphere Mover Doug had stopped doing that anyways. Said his heart just wasn't in it anymore.
Wow.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Doug. I think I can understand, at least a little, what that might feel like. But listen, maybe we can find out what's wrong. What's really wrong with Doug. That is, if we can find him.
You really think you can help Sphere Mover, Doug?
I don't know, but we can try.
I think I know where he is, where he might be. And no Dougie's gonna find him.
Why? Where is he?
The Photon Laser Tag Arena.
What makes you think he's there?
Because he hates laser tag. All the Dougs do. It's 'cause they're scared of the dark.
But you work there.
That's why Laser Tag Doug was assigned to it. I kinda love the dark, and I freaking love laser tag!
Will you show us the way?
Yeah, I can do that. But you gotta do something for me.
What's that?
Play laser tag with Laser Tag Doug when this is all over.
That's a quid pro quo I'm happy to get behind.
I'm in. Let's go find us a Doug.
When you get inside, you're gonna need these.
What in the heck are they?
Night vision goggles. Got 'em off Bass Pro Shop, Doug. Here's what Doug recommends. Go in, move slow, stay quiet, surprise him. If he knows you're inside looking for him, he's likely to try slipping out the back exit.
Got it.
Cash, Greg, we're at the Photon Laser Tag, and we have reason to believe Sphere Mover Doug may be inside. You should head over when you can. Ready, Mac?
Ready.
Let's do this.
Tindy, these glasses are so cool. I wonder if they'll let us keep a pair.
Yeah, I could see that coming in handy back at home.
I like that.
Like what?
That you call it home.
Yeah, I didn't even notice I said that. I guess we've never been gone long enough for me to think of it that way.
Home. It's where the heart is.
Do you see anything?
Nope, not yet. Welcome, friends, to the Sphere of Doug. To the Sphere of Doug. Let me tell you what we're all about.
Mac, quiet.
Sorry. I really like that song.
No, I mean listen.
Doug is all alone. Even when they're all around. Doug is still
Come on,
alone.
let's go.
Hanging out at the laser tag place. Sitting on my own. Why do I even try when I'm so lonely?
Doug!
Ah!
Mac!
Sorry, Laser Tag Doug said to surprise him.
Oh, laser tag Doug, huh? That little shit.
Hey, he's not a shit. He just wanted us to help you.
Help me? Who are you? You sound familiar.
Mac and Tindy from Desert Skies.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. I feel real bad for trying to destroy you. Are you here to exact your revenge? You can point laser guns at my eyes.
Yes, we are here to exact our revenge. Prepare to face judgment.
Mac.
I'm just kidding. We're here to find out what in the heck is going on with you, Doug. Your brethren are worried. They're looking everywhere.
They're not my brethren.
Laser Tag Doug said something about that. You told Xochitl you're tired of the other Dougs. Enough to start stealing travelers and building an army for her. Why do you hate the other Dougs so much?
Doug never said he hates them. I'm just tired of seeing them. It makes me sad. The other Dougs, they're not real.
What do you mean?
Before the highway, I had travelers to keep Doug company. At least some of the time. I was lonely, but I loved the work I did. Doug got to help so many people, delighting travelers with their favorite person and their favorite place. Then Doug would send them on their way, a little more peaceful than they were before. Then they built the first highway. Travelers didn't stop here anymore. They just drove right through. Doug got even lonelier than before. You see, I was all alone. There were no other Dougs. I had to do something that would make that lonely feeling go away. So Doug did for himself what before I'd only done for travelers. Doug made his favorite person. I know it sounds a little narcissistic, but that person They were me.
Well, good on you for loving yourself. No shame there.
Yeah, Doug didn't have much of a choice. You spend that much time alone, you really only care about one person. After I'd brought Doug to be, we enjoyed each other's company for a while, but it got a little depressing hanging out with myself all the time, so I
Made more of yourself.
That's right. Doug begat Dougs aplenty. Soon there were thousands. I gave them jobs to do, and eventually the sphere of Doug really lived up to its name. I loved it for a while. Me and a bunch of my new friends, and the best part, we had everything in common. But all that time I couldn't help but think about the fact that they're not real. They're just memories of Doug. We like all the same foods, all the same movies, all the same activities. Whenever a traveler leaves a sphere,
Their favorite person will disappear.
just a wisp of something that doesn't exist. It's hard to explain what it's like to be surrounded by so many others and still be all alone.
But you got travelers stopping by again. That should help, right?
Yeah, but now they got so many other Dougs to spend time with. They don't need me like they used to. It gets worse. The more time Doug spent with the other Dougs, the more I started to see things about them that I didn't like. Little things, quirks, their voice, their taste in movies. Then I realized that maybe I didn't like myself as much as I thought. So when Xochitl told me about stealing travelers, I didn't hesitate. I thought maybe if I stole them, they might want to be my friends. But I was wrong. People don't like being stolen. And now I think maybe it's time for me to go away. Find some new friends on another sphere, if anyone will have me. You guys hiring?
We're fully staffed at the moment. And even if we weren't, I don't think you should leave.
What's the point?
You have a job to do here, and a purpose.
Doug can't stand the sight of Dougs anymore. Does the attendant understand? I'm tired of it. I can't do it.
Hey, I just realized something.
What?
Black lights are really cool. I want some for my basement. But also, Doug, you said the people's favorite people disappear when they leave the sphere.
So?
Then why did they stay when you left and came to Desert Skies? When you came back, they were all still here, right?
Oh yeah, Doug thought about that. Admittedly, it doesn't make much sense, but it doesn't change the fact that we're all the same. No, we're not. Who in the Doug is that? I can't see you in the dark. It's me, Laser Tag Doug. Laser Tag Doug? What are you talking about? We're all the same. You hate laser tag. Yeah, it's too dark. I love laser tag. It's the greatest game ever invented. I disagree. That's the point. You say you're tired of us because we're just you, but if that's the case, why do I love the ultimate best game of all time, which incorporates elements of dexterity, role-playing, and aerobic exercise in a fun and safe laser environment, and you despise it? Okay, that is different. But, well, that's just one example, is it though? Who's there? Who's that? It's me, Sharper Image Doug. Sharper Image Doug? What do you mean, is it though? Honeysuckle Rose. Yes, the perfect movie. Continue. I do not like it. What? And I hate watermelon. And I don't like rainy days by the fire. I hate taking walks by the beach. And I can't stand buying pizza by the slice. I want the whole pie. What in the sphere is going on here? Dougs, you're all different. But how? How is that possible, KB Toy Stores, Doug?
I think I know. I think I probably understand better than anyone.
What does the attendant mean?
I know what it's like to try to make someone turn into a someone who's just like you. Someone who shares all your likes and dislikes, who values exactly what you value, the same way you value it. You want the perfect friend. But that's not a friend at all. The travelers who come through here, you give them a moment with their favorite person, and for that moment, they're so overwhelmed with joy that they forget that the people they loved on the physical plane were just people. That they were good, but they weren't perfect. Travelers stay for a little while and they enjoy their visit and then they continue on their journey. But you were with your Dougs for so long that you started noticing things about them that you didn't like. You realized they weren't perfect, even though you had everything in common. Doug, you told us you don't hate the other Dougs.
I don't hate the other Dougs. I love the other Dougs. I just got tired of being around the same people all the time.
But listen to them. Something's changed. They're not the same people as you. I think what Tendy's saying is you loved them even when you didn't always like them.
And that's when they stopped being more than just your ideal best friend. Because you loved them for exactly who they are. And that freed them to be themselves. That made them real. At least, that's what I think happened.
You mean all the other Dougs? They're not just me. You know what? I don't want to be called KB Toy Store's Doug anymore. In fact, that's not my name. What are you saying, Doug? I'm saying I'm not Doug. I haven't been Doug for a while. I am... Let me consider this for a moment just to make sure I'm entirely certain. I am, from this time forward, Jeremy. Hey, I like that name. As much as I love Sharper Image, I too wish to no longer be called Sharper Image Doug. I'm Corey. Yeah, and I'm not KFC Doug. I'm Eric. And I'm not Movie Theater Doug. I'm Sparky.
That's a dog's name.
I'm not alone anymore.
None of you are.
Wow. Thank you, attendants. Thank you so much. Doug would like to make a decree, everyone. Hereafter, this is no longer the sphere of Doug. It is the sphere of friends. Can I still be called Doug? Sure, it makes sense if a couple people are still called Doug. It'll be our sphere's version of the name John. Cash, it's good to see you again. You remind me your name. You have a blue sister.
I'm Greg.
Nice to see you again, Greg. Hey, friends, could you give the attendants and their friends and I just a moment? Sure thing. We'll get started on that buffet we promised.
Yes, I'm so excited for that.
I'm truly sorry for what I did before. Doug knew that what I was doing for Xochitl was wrong, but I did it anyway. It was selfish, and I apologize.
We forgive you, Doug. We all do stupid things sometimes.
Seriously, it's in the past.
All is forgiven.
Attendants, I'd like to give you something that I already gave your friend Greg, if you'll let me.
What is it?
Oh, you're gonna love it. This is gonna blow your mind.
Take a deep breath, attendants. Focus your mind.
What's happening?
No, not there. Locked from the outside. But I don't have the key. Oh, wait. What's this? Wow. Okay, Doug's done, attendants. I'm sorry, I was unsuccessful. I wanted to make your favorite place, but your memories are locked. I can't see them.
That's okay. Neither can we. Thanks for trying, though.
But I did find something that I want to show you. Follow me.
Where to?
To the suburbs.
This neighborhood is amazing. There has to be homes from all different times on the physical plane.
Doug's been building them from travelers' memories for a very long time. A house or apartment or even a campsite. These were some important places for people. Here we are.
Why'd you bring us out here, Doug, if you couldn't see into our memories?
Doug couldn't see your memories, but I saw one of yours.
One of mine.
Just for a moment. It was fading in and out and incomplete. That's never happened before. But here it is. Your favorite place.
Is that a house?
Cash? Why is there a house in your memories?
I don't know. Doug, I'm just a robot. This can't be my favorite place. But why does it feel familiar? No.
Cash, what's going on?
Cash?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Mac, look.
The house is gone. Why is the house gone, Doug?
Doug has no idea.
Come on, Cash. Let's get you back to the station.
Attendant, can I talk to you? Alone.
We need
I'll take Cash. You stay here and do what you need to do.
Thanks, Greg.
Attendant, you should know 2 things. Sometimes a person's favorite place isn't always just a happy memory. Sometimes it's got sadness mixed in. Hers did. But it wasn't just sadness. It was terrible grief.
Terrible grief? Doug, maybe you didn't notice, but Cash is a robot. Whatever you saw, I think you got it wrong.
And we're on the astral plane. There's no death here. What could she be grieving?
Attendant, I can't pull memories from this realm of existence.
Wait. What are you saying?
I'm saying that house, it's not from here. It's from the physical plane.
Greetings, travelers. This episode was written, produced, and all characters performed by me, Jared Carter. That's right, even though all of the Dougs sounded incredibly distinct, they were all still me. The lyrics to the song Sweetest of Spheres were written by me, and the music for that song was composed by Amador Carter. The show is executive produced by the wonderful Michael Freiberg. Until next time, this has been Jared Carter, wishing you safe travels.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
In the year 1889, there was nowhere in the world more exciting than London, England.
3 cheers for Inspector Lestrade and the bad boys of Baker Street themselves, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John Watson!
Solved by Sherlock Bloody Holmes of 221 B. Baker Street.
Well, with any luck, we'll get a new brutal murder any day now.
God, I wish.
It's truly shocking you haven't solved anything in 5 years.
The boys are both out of town for some case about a dog in Dartmoor this weekend. Sincerely, Martha Hudson.
London's number 2 detective team just became number 1.
Fox and Stallion. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr at 224bbaker or on our website, 224bbaker.com.
It's like they say, big breaks are 90% luck.
What's the other 10%?
Luck.